everyone. Long time no see. As some of you know, I recently moved, so excuse the background that's not quite picture ready yet. But there's been a lot of questions lately about using essential oils with masks, as well as what to do going back to school with your kids around germs and all of this. And that sort of picks up where we left off pre-corona, where everyone was asking me about using essential oils in the classroom and what's safe and what's not. And although we aren't going to touch on that today, I am going to answer the question that has been circulating and has been in my inbox and in my PMs about using essential oils on your mask. So that is what I want to address today. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to type them in, but I am going to go over a few things. So first things first, you may have seen the meme floating around, or the suggestion thrown around social media, that you can add peppermint essential oil to your mask to help ward away germs. And I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of the safety issues with peppermint essential oil. So before you ever take any recommendations from social media, run it by a safety check. And if you aren't sure, ask in this group to make sure that that is actually a safe recommendation. Now, first of all, peppermint essential oil is not recommended to use with children under the age of 6. So if you have it on your mask and your kids are around you, just know that they are breathing it, inhaling it, and that can cause respiratory issues for children. Likewise, if you are breastfeeding, you could see a temporary reduction in milk supply if you use peppermint essential oil. So that can be inhaling, that can be using topically, and even large amounts of herbal tea can cause a temporary milk supply dip. The other thing to keep in mind with peppermint essential oil is that it can cause acid reflux. So just be careful if you already have GERD. That may be something that could make it worse using peppermint essential oil. So that is to address the meme circulating about using peppermint essential oil on your mask. Now to address the question, should you use essential oils on your mask at all? Now, I am not going to get into the mask debate. I am not going to tell you you should wear one or you should not wear one. That is not what this is about. But if you are in a situation where you choose to wear a mask, or where you have to wear a mask, and you are wondering if adding essential oils is going to help or not, I want you to think of these questions. Now, first, you need to ask yourself, are you going to be in a high risk exposure to germs where using essential oils that close to your face is going to be worth the potential risk of over inhaling essential oils? So we have talked in the past about the adverse reactions that could happen if you over inhale any essential oil, such as headaches can be an adverse reaction, feeling dizzy or nauseated. Any of those sort of unwell feelings can happen from over inhaling essential oils. So that can be running your diffuser too long. It can be, you drop a bottle and it breaks and you are completely inundated with essential oil aroma that you were not expecting or planning on happening. And the good news, though, is for the overexposure of inhaling essential oils is it's temporary. It's generally not going to cause any long-term adverse reactions or effects, and it can be easily remedied by seeking fresh air. That could be opening your windows, stepping outside, any of that kind of stuff. So there are adverse reactions to over inhaling essential oils. Now, if you've heard me talk before about using aroma jewelry, I do recommend applying just 1 or 2 drops max to your aroma pendant, and that is because it's within a foot of your nose, sometimes a little bit less. Now, when we are talking applying essential oils directly, like close and on your face, and you are talking about adding a couple of drops of pure essential oils, that can be a little intense for most people. So I do have a suggestion. I even have a recipe, so stay tuned and I will walk you through that. But I would say most people don't bother applying essential oils to your mask unless you do it in a very clear, diluted way, which I will explain in a moment. However, a situation which may warrant applying a drop of essential oil such as tea tree or such as lemon essential oil, which are antibacterial, antiviral, to your mask is going to be if you are in a high risk situation. So if you are in a hospital, if you are visiting a sick person and you are at high risk for germ exposure, at that point, it may be worth it for you to apply one single essential oil drop of either tea tree or lemon or a mixture of the two to your mask. Just understand that if it's overdone and if you're starting to feel like you have a headache, you're going to have to remove your mask and put a clean one on with no essential oil. So know your risks. I also would not recommend adding essential oils to a mask where children are going to wear them. It's a little bit too intense. But as an adult, if you are in a high risk situation, such as you have a doctor appointment or you are in the hospital or you are in an area or situation where you have a high exposure to germs, don't really mean the grocery store. You're pretty much away from most people in that situation, but hospital, visiting a sick person, etc., it may be worth the risk to apply one single drop of essential oil to your mask. However, I do have a little bit less intense situation recipe for those situations where you may be unsure, so stick around for a moment. I'm checking my notes to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Yes. So, as always, as I've recommended in the past, mask or no mask, if you are ever in a situation where you are around people or have a germ risk exposure, you can use your personal inhaler. I've said this for years. Keep a personal inhaler in your purse. And a great habit is just before you go into the store, take 1 to 3 deep inhalations of your personal inhaler with your anti-germ blend in it. And then you can go into the store. The anti-germ essential oils will be circulating in your lungs. And then when you come out from the store or from your play group or from the library, whatever that you want, you can deep inhale again. You can use your hand sanitizer spritz, and that will cover you in most situations. So you can even inhale your personal inhaler through your mask. Yes, it will go through your mask. The essential oil constituents are so small they will travel directly through your mask. You will be able to inhale them. You will be able to smell them even through your mask. So instead of spritzing essential oils on your mask, you can use your personal inhaler still. Just pull it out. You can breathe it through your mask. You will still smell it, and that is something that I recommend that will work. Still use your hand sanitizer spray. Okay, so I think I covered, just do a quick wrap up because a lot of you guys came in just in the last couple minutes. So this is all about using essential oils on your mask or not using essential oils on your mask. I do not recommend applying essential oils to the masks of children. I only recommend possibly 1 drop of essential oil on your mask as an adult if you are in a high risk situation, such as you have a doctor's appointment, you're in a hospital, you are exposed to people who are known to be sick. It may be worth the risk. The con to that is that if you have an essential oil on your mask, it could provide too much inhalation exposure to you for those essential oils, and you possibly could feel like you have a headache or you are feeling nauseated. You may be overdoing inhalation, so just be mindful of that. Now, you are welcome, Cindy. I do have a suggestion, however. I just posted in our EO Recipes Club, and yes, this is even at the free level. So if you are enrolled even at the free level to the Essential Oil Recipes membership, you can have access to 2 mask spray recipes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my screen around so you can see exactly what those recipes are and also where to find them. So this is our library that you can find if you go to leahjacobson.com/library. You will have access to all of our resources here that we have, and we have many, many, many resources here. But right at the top, we have our recipes. Now, I'm already logged in, so it's going to suck me right in there without having me log in. But if you are not already a member, you want to go to leahjacobson.com/recipes and enroll at the free level. So here is a little bit of an inside look on the different recipes, but we are going to go right over to virus. And I'm going to actually click on that just so that you can see how this works. This works wonderfully on mobile as well. And then I'm going to click on the mask spray. Now, as you can see, we have inhalers, we have diffuser recipes, we have aroma jewelry recipes, we have hand sanitizer, spray, and gel, both of which are available at the free level. And then we have mask spray for virus number 1. Sorry, I cut and pasted that. I need to change that to number 2. But we have 2 different mask sprays. The first one is available, again, at the free level, and I am going to walk you through this. So this is a mask spray that you can use if you want the added protection of essential oils on your mask without the intensity of adding drops of essential oil to your mask, which can put you at risk for over inhalation exposure. So what you are going to need to do, and this is a 5% dilution, this is going to go directly on your mask, is you are going to add 20 drops of lemon essential oil and 10 drops of tea tree essential oil to a 1 ounce spray bottle. And if you want to remember this recipe, share this live to your personal page, save the video, tag a friend, whatever you need to do to make sure that this is saved for you. Then what you want to do is add to the essential oils, fill to the shoulder with water or hydrosols. Now, you can just use plain hydrosols, but it's not going to be as effective against germs. So if anybody has a question out there, I'm sure there's going to be some asking, what hydrosols do I use? You can basically use whatever you want to. I would suggest neroli, you can use tea tree, you can use anything that you want to. You can even use geranium, which gives you a little subtle emotional distress benefit. Whatever hydrosols that you want, or water. Now, because water and because hydrosols, neither one of which mix with essential oils, you want to shake that up well before spritzing on your mask. Now, it's just a mask. It's not your skin. You are not going to break out in, irritation or red bumps or anything if this is not properly mixed. But you do want to properly mix it before spritzing to make sure that you have the proper amount of essential oils present on the mask to give yourself a little bit of more added protection when it comes to germs in the air. So you can spritz over your mask 1 to 3 times, and that's pretty much it. Now, this recipe is safe for all ages. It's fine to expose your children to these essential oils. It's safe during pregnancy, safe during breastfeeding, happens to be safe for your dogs to inhale as well. These essential oils are not recommended, and this is for anything in general. Do not expose your babies under 6 months old to the inhalation of essential oils. Also, use caution and avoid during the first trimester of pregnancy, and always avoid with cats as well. If you need any substitutions, please go ahead and either leave me a comment below, ask me here while I'm live, but you can use sweet orange essential oil instead of lemon, along with the tea tree, if that is something that you want to do. So super quick, basic, easy recipe for you if you want to use essential oils on your mask. And this is a mask spray that you can respritz on your mask each time that you use it. Hey, Lisa. So if anyone has any questions for me, now would be a great time, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of the pros and cons of applying essential oils to your mask, and also that you are aware that the safety issues still apply even if you are inhaling. The different safety issues with peppermint specifically, as we mentioned earlier, are still an issue even if you are inhaling. So be mindful of the different safety issues before you use any essential oil. Make sure that it is safe for you and also your situation. Let me go ahead and add that link right here so that you guys, where is my link thing? I want to make sure to add a link for you guys to be able to access that. Let me see, maybe I can do this. Nope, that's not going to work. Where's my comment box? I think what I'll do is I will just go ahead and link it below as a comment. I was going to try to share it on my screen, but for some reason it's not. Oh, maybe my overlay. Let's see, new text overlay. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so to find this, all you have to do is go to leahjacobson.com/recipes, and then you can enroll for free to the EO Recipes Club and access the mask spray for virus. That's what you can do right there, is access the mask spray for virus. And also available at the free level is the hand sanitizer spray and gel. So if anyone has any questions for me, jump on in and let me know, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Let me just see Facebook. Let me just make sure this is on. Let me just make sure that I'm seeing all your questions over in Facebook. And by the way, if you have any related questions, feel free to add them too. Perfect. So I'm seeing Lisa says, I just use a little oil and a mister with water and mist it over my mask when it's drying from washing. That works as well. It keeps it smelling fresh, but not too strong. That's great. You know, my warning and my, basically my warning to everyone is just to be careful not to over inhale. Applying even one drop to your mask, it's right here. And again, in some situations, it's worth it. And if you are in a hospital setting, it's going to be very effective. Just be aware that it is very, very close to your nose, extremely close to your nose. And for some people, it may be a little bit overdone. Amanda asks, that's a really good question. Since your mask isn't supposed to be wet, how long before you use it can you apply and still have it be effective? It's going to dry very, very quickly. If you just spritz 1 to 3 times, I would say in under a minute, but play with it because different masks are going to be made of different things. There's paper ones, there's fabric ones. You know, I do not know the efficacy of a mask when it's wet, like if that changes anything specifically. I'm not sure that that's a bad thing to have it be slightly wet, but that is something that you will have to decide for yourself, I guess. Lisa's asking if I've tried the handheld misters, the one you use for facials or eyelash misters. I haven't specifically, no, but I do think that they are a great idea. You absolutely could do that. And again, some people, you may find that a single drop of essential oil on your mask is not too intense for you. And if so, go ahead and do it. Just be aware that there is a less intense alternative that's also going to be effective at killing the germs. And for those of you wondering, how can this actually be effective and kill germs? It's the essential oils are antiviral and antibacterial. So as you are inhaling those essential oils, just like when you use a personal inhaler, and if you are also inhaling germs that are around you, then those essential oils kill the germs on contact. So the essential oils will be circulating in your lungs, circulating in your system, and they can kill the essential oils on contact, just like how they do when you use them in a hand sanitizer. So super, super effective. Anna's saying, hi Leah, just starting out with essential oils. Actually, let me see if I can actually add this to the broadcast. Let me see if I can do that. Where did my comments go? That way everyone can read them too. Overlays, where's my comments? Okay, I'm just gonna have to read this because I don't have it. And you guys, can you give me 1 second? Hello? Hello?
Okay, my indentured servitude is over, so now I'm gonna leave.
Okay, alright, I'm live. I just want to make sure it was an emergency.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, alright. See you later. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Love you, bye. Sorry, I just needed to make sure my daughter didn't need a ride or anything. Okay, hi Leah, just starting with essential oils, bought a diffuser, just wondering which essential oils to get. I was thinking something for germs, cold, relaxing, energy. I was thinking bergamot, sweet orange, lemon, tea tree, and lavender. I have small children and so need to diffuse what is safe for them also. I've heard of frankincense and also of sandalwood, but not sure of their benefits. So yes, those are actually great starter essential oils. It really, whenever I recommend essential oils, I recommend based on need. So if you have specific needs, then I can be more helpful to suggest the essential oils. But a lot of those essential oils will be good for many things. If you are looking for germs, tea tree and lemon are absolutely amazing. They are in my I call them my dynamic duo for germs. They are absolutely amazing for germs. Tea tree is antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. Lemon is also antifungal and antibacterial. Absolutely amazing and safe for all ages. So those can be diffused. They can be used in a hand sanitizer. They can be inhaled via personal inhaler. They're just simply amazing. You can use them to clean your bathroom. Yada, yada, yada. They're absolutely amazing. Also for colds, they're great for germ killers too. But specifically for congestion, I absolutely love fir needle. And then relaxing, you mentioned lavender does work for many. Sandalwood is actually sedative, so it works even better for sleep and relaxing. Emotional relaxing, like if you need like just on an emotional level, just to like calm down, chill, relax, I recommend geranium essential oil, and clary sage also works really well. So does sweet orange. As for energy, lemon works well for energy too. So I love recommending lemon. I am just going to pop over here because I want to show you guys, and this is exactly, let me just show you my screen really quick, because this is exactly why I released, see, how do I shut this off? I'm trying to remove that link. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is exactly why I released the top 10 essential oils in quick download for you guys. I have bergamot, cedar woods, firs, geranium, frankincense, helichrysum, lemon, oranges, sandalwoods, and tea tree. So those are my top 10. And I'll have a live soon and I will go over some of these. But let me just go ahead and click on lemon for you and we can walk through that super quickly. This is one that is available as a free download. And I will show you how to get the free download in just a moment. But this is a easy download. You have an online version here, which as you can see, I'm scrolling. This is just the icon legend for the different icons that you will see or that you could potentially see for the different essential oils. And these are just cheat sheets. So you can quickly download this. You can learn all about the essential oil. First, of course, I go over the safety because that is super important. So you can learn all of the safety for lemon essential oil. You can learn any special safety issues I have highlighted here. I also include the shelf life. And then I talk about what the essential oil is good for. So in this case, lemon shines best as a germ killer when diffused in the air and when added to cleaning recipes to kill surface germs. And then I have broken down other things that lemon essential oil is great for when inhaled, and then other things lemon essential oil is great for when used topically. So this is a great cheat sheet that you can use, you can quickly download. So that you can, especially if you are new, just get started and learn more about essential oils one at a time. I don't have any print versions of this available yet, but I will soon. So you can have these quickly downloaded. Let's see, EO sheets. And to access the lemon for absolutely free, you can go to leahjacobson.com/EO sheets. And you can learn more about what is all included, and you can instantly download the different ones that I have here. Again, these are my top 10. So if I had to choose 10, the ones that you mentioned are actually some of them included here, like the bergamot. You talked about frankincense, you asked about lemon and orange, sandalwood, tea tree, all of those are here. And you can grab the top 10 together as well. If you want just the lemon, you can add your info here and I can email you just the lemon and that works too. Okay, so let me just get back to your question really quickly. Okay, it went away. That's not okay. That's not okay. Now I can't see it. How do I get that? It's not letting me scroll back. Maybe if I go here. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Because you were asking, I saw somebody ask about grief. Rose is amazing, but super expensive. Geranium is great. Clary Sage is great. I do have recipes in the EO Recipes Club for grief as well that you can check out. If you go to leahjacobson.com/recipes, you can enroll there, but they're not available at the free level. Lisa says, I add tea tree and lemon into a hand sanitizer blend into a pack of baby wipes for hand wipes in my car. Great if you have many hands at a fast food place. Excellent. Yes, excellent idea. Any oils to help with liver function? Lisa, actually, no. In fact, if you have liver system issues, I suggest definitely avoiding ingesting essential oils and just overall being very careful with your usage, because you don't want to put an excess burden on your liver especially by consuming essential oils. So there aren't essential oils that are helpful for liver function, but avoiding them, especially avoiding ingesting, can be very helpful. So if you have been ingesting essential oils, I suggest stopping that to give your liver a break so that it can rebound without having any long-term issues. Anna, do these cheat sheets also say how many drops to put in a diffuser? So if I were to mix tea tree and lemon, how many drops of each? Is there a formula based on how much water I want to put in my diffuser? Sorry, I'm very new to all of this. Yeah, no problem at all. Ask your questions. Is what I'm here for. There is not an exact number of drops listed on the cheat sheet, because it's really you may want to blend it with a different essential oil. So in which case, if you have a question about usage and you've downloaded the sheet, I'm going to suggest that you access our free group that's all about the EO cheat sheets. So I'm going to actually add that here as a reply. That way, if you have a question about the cheat sheets, you can post in our cheat sheet group, and then I can answer your questions over there. Or another thing you can do is right at the bottom in that download area. Actually, it's not at the bottom. Let me flip this around so I can actually show you what I mean. So let's go back here. So if you've noticed in this area where you will have online access, if you have a question, you can click on questions at the top, and this will give you an area to ask your questions. You can type your comment here and ask it. And what this does is it sends me an email that you have left me a comment, where Facebook doesn't send me emails. So I'm usually not going to answer as quickly on Facebook just because the notifications aren't as awesome as my website notifications, but you can ask your question here, and these are public, so anyone else with access to the Lemon cheat sheet will be able to see your question as well, which is great, because if somebody else has a question like you have, it can be answered for anyone. So you can ask your question here, or you can ask your question over in the cheat sheets group, and this is anyone can access. You don't have to be a paying member, you don't have to have purchased anything. If you simply download the free Lemon one, you can absolutely join this group too, and you can ask your questions there. But as for diffuser, typically you are going to add between 5 and 10 drops of essential oil to your diffuser. This does, there's many factors involved. What kind of diffuser you have? Is it a water diffuser? Is it a plug-in-the-wall diffuser? How close you are to your diffuser, so many different things. But in general, if you have a typical water-based diffuser, you are going to add 5 to 10 drops of essential oil to that diffuser in total. If you are super new and if you are interested in having access to the Using Essential Oils Safely Basics course, you can have access to that as a VIP member of the EO Recipes Club. Currently, I have all 4 modules in there. And that is actually going to be going away on Friday. So you can have access to the entire basics course, which answers all of your questions on inhalation, all of your detailed questions on diffusers, and I can actually walk you through a little bit of that in a moment if you would like to. And all of that information, basically we have that entire course available to you as a VIP member of the EO Recipes Club. Philip, is this the EO Recipes Club? I'm actually talking about a few. Sometimes I'm talking about the EO Recipes Club. Sometimes I'm talking about the cheat sheets. Whatever anyone asks, I'm answering here. And Philip is saying this is such an awesome resource. Any recipes for EO detergent or pain management for people with lupus? I do have recipes for pain, yes. I do have recipes for cleaning, yes, in the EO Recipes Club. So to answer your question, Anna, and also to continue a little bit, Philip, let me go ahead and bounce back over to the EO Recipes Club and give you an exclusive peek into the members area. Now you can access all of these recipes just as a member, but as a VIP, you have access to the EO classes. Now, I've been trickling these out since the EO Recipes Club released back in October of last year, and it took us until just last month, July, to go through all of the lessons, releasing one, sometimes two, every single week. So if you want access to all 4 modules, you have to get in as a VIP of the EO Recipes Club before Friday. Otherwise, anyone joining after Friday is going to start with Module 1, Lesson 1. So for you, Anna, I'm going to click on these briefly so that you can see exactly what is in here as a VIP of the EO Recipes Club. You are going to get a rundown on what essential oils are, because honestly, a lot of people don't realize how concentrated they are. Some people think they're just like carriers and you don't need to dilute them and all of that. So we are going to walk through what they are and what they aren't, all about constituents and why it matters, notes and what they are and why that matters, how they are made, all of kind of like the general questions about essential oils. And then we have Module 2, which is about the different inhalation methods, including diffusers, but also incense sticks and all of that. But more specifically, what is inhalation, the different ways to inhale, and different situations where inhalation is ideal. Some people don't realize that for emotional issues, you don't want to put them on your skin. You want to inhale them where they will be most readily used and most effectively used. Module 3 is common inhalation questions. So yes, we do have 2 modules on inhalation because there are so many questions and so many things to go over. But this is where we talk about diffusers as well, how many drops to add and all of that. Vaping sticks, can you overdo inhalation, which we talked about earlier in this live. A ton of things to do with inhalation. And then topically, we have Module 4. Now, this answers the questions when to apply topically, like what situations, what to apply, how much to apply. We have dilution charts. We have all about carriers, which are very important when using essential oils topically, about overdoing topical use. We have all of these topics to cover here as well. So again, this course, basically the EO classes were taken. Some of you took the Using Essential Oils Safely Basics course when it was released back in 2016. These are the lessons, and we went over them each week for everyone in the EO Recipes Club, starting again back in October. And on Friday, I am resetting this. We are starting over Module 1, Lesson 1. So if you want access to all 4 modules now, you have to get in before Friday. Otherwise, they will be trickled out one lesson at a time, and it takes a few months to go through it, and it's worth it. I go live every week. We talk about each lesson. It's great baby steps. It's great, especially if you're new, to learn about essential oils the right way, and the most effective ways and safe ways to use them as well. So Philip, to answer your question about pain, we do have different pain options for you. So we have muscle aches, we have muscle cramps and spasms, we have nerve pain recipes, we have recipes for sciatica, we have recipes for sprain, which I will actually be going live on Wednesday night to actually go over these recipes for sprain. And we have tendinitis and a few other pain recipes as well. If you are a member of the VIP group, you can ask your questions in there as well. And yes, for VIPers, I do custom recipes. Those are included in your membership, custom recipes. All right, so let me make sure you are welcome, Anna. For some reason, it's only showing the last 4 comments, so if I didn't get your question answered, please ask me again. Deborah's asking, is there any oils we could use in a CPAP machine to minimize germs? Yes. You have tea tree, you have lemon. Those are my top 2 go-tos for germs because they're safe for everyone and they're super, 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 super effective. I would not use them in the machine, however. I would put a couple of drops on a cotton ball and either wedge it in the vent slightly or place it near the vent so that as the air is being sucked in, it will pull some of those essential oils as well. But adding essential oils directly into the machine can damage the machine, so I wouldn't add them directly. Lisa is saying, Recipes Club is completely worth the cost. So many recipes. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Philip, I don't see how Leah makes money for this cost, but I'm glad it's affordable for us. I am just trying to make sure it is affordable. That is my goal, and that as many people can access this as possible. Because yes, for people to hire me to make a custom recipe, I mean, we are talking a couple of $100s. So yeah, it is definitely an amazing value, especially with custom recipes. Totally, totally worth it. And likewise, if there's a recipe that is not quite in the Recipes Club yet, because I do add one every single week, you can ask me right in our private Facebook group for members, and I will create a recipe for you generally within 24 hours. So we have that as well. Lisa says, I have shea butter, soap base, and wanting to make a facial bar. Would frankincense and geranium be good oil choices? Yes, Lisa, those would be amazing. Those are probably my top 2 essential oils for that. And I don't know about 1 drop. That's probably not going to be enough. I would go for a 1% dilution if you are using this on your face. So that depends on how much base that you have, but that's going to be 6 drops per ounce of your base. So that's what I would recommend. And for those of you who also don't know, I do have body butter and body balm recipes, cleaning recipes. I have actually a bunch of personal care recipes like body sprays, facial cleanser, facial mask, facial toner, pit paste, sugar scrub, and more. So there's a lot of recipes over there in the EO Recipes Club. So yes, absolutely, Lisa, but add more than 1 drop. Go 6 drops per ounce for a 1% dilution. And that should do it. Philip says, so after completing the basics course, what is the next step for somebody on their essential oils journey? That is a great question. I would say formulating recipes, making your own blends, which is really part of the EO Recipes Club and how you're in there. So basically, I am feeding you the recipes, giving them to you so that you don't have to worry about calculating them on your own. But you can expand from there. If you want to start tweaking them, if you want to start creating your own, just, make sure that you have me run over them and check them out for you to make sure that they are still safe, that they are still going to be effective. And then you can start making your own. I have members that are in here, especially Ashley. She started her own business creating essential oil products using my recipes. And I'm okay with that. You guys can do that. So if you are in the EO Recipes Club and you want to start, selling a scar blend or whatever, you can do that. You can't have my name attached. You can't say, Leah Jacobson has approved of this or endorses this or anything. That's another level. But if you want to go ahead and use these recipes knowing that they are safe and effective, you can do that. You can start your own business using these recipes and sell essential oil products. And that is something that you can absolutely do. And the good news is, they're safe and they're effective. So your customers are going to be happy. Lisa, if I add 1 drop of vanilla to the diffusing recipe for virus number 2 that uses cinnamon, would that change the effectiveness? I like the scent it adds, but don't want to change effectiveness. No, it's still going to be very effective. It's still going to be safe for everyone. And yes, of course, it smells amazing. So yes, that is okay to do. I'm so glad you asked. So yeah, use me, guys. If you are part of any of my memberships and you have questions about anything, please run it by me. Make sure that it is safe and effective before tweaking it and before changing it, because there could be a reason why I have not done what you are about to do. So simply ask me, and just to make sure. But yeah, vanilla should be added to absolutely everything because it is so delicious and amazing. Okay, so I am going to, I don't know if some of you may have just joined this live, but I actually started this live talking about using essential oils on masks. So I'm going to go ahead and link to that recipe for mask spray for you right here so that you can have access. Now, actually, that's subcategory. I don't think, yeah, this is the one I want right here. Let me go with this one. Let me edit this. Now, if you are not a member of the EO Recipes Club, you can join right here. Again, that mask recipe is available at the free level. So go ahead and join by going to leahjacobson.com/recipes. Scroll down until you see where you can access the free level and enroll at the free level. Then you'll get a login. You'll get login information, which you can then use to log in and access the mask recipe. There are other recipes available at the free level as well, including hand sanitizer spray, hand sanitizer gel. See, what else do we have? We have allergies, anxiety, congestion, insect repellent, itch, scar, sleep, and cleaning as well. We have several other recipes that you can have available at the free level. If you choose to enroll in the VIP level before Friday, you will also have included access to all 4 modules of the EO classes, which is the Using Essential Oils Safely Basics course, previously available at like $200. And you can have access to that as long as you enroll by Friday. Otherwise, we are resetting Module 1, Lesson 1, and they will be trickled out 1 lesson per week. Let's see. Do you feel it's a good idea when you are selling the recipe blends to include a little instruction card or something so people know who should and should not use the product they are buying? Absolutely. The more you inform your customer, the more happier they will be about your knowledge. It shows that you know what you're doing. It also covers your butt so that everyone's kind of aware what's safe and what's not safe. And that information I do include along with my recipes as well. I give you exactly who it's safe for, exactly who should avoid it, and I give you known substitutions as well. Lisa, is cinnamon leaf okay for a 3-year-old and 11-month-old? Generally, I recommend that children under the age of 2 avoid using essential oils topically, but if you are talking inhalation, cinnamon leaf technically is safe for all ages. I also recommend that anyone under 6 months old, like babies under 6 months old, should not be exposed to the inhalation of essential oils, just as a general rule, because they are so young. But if you are talking about inhaling or diffusing, cinnamon leaf is okay for a 3-year-old and an 11-month-old. And just so that everyone is aware, cinnamon bark is a lot more common. That is not safe for pregnancy or breastfeeding. It has a lot of safety issues that make it not safe for a lot of people. So make sure any pre-made blends that you are using, including Thieves and On Guard and Germ Destroyer and all of those other ones, make sure that you know the ingredients in your essential oil blend, that you know the single essential oils that they are using so that you can determine the safety. And while I'm at it, I might as well give you the link to the EO blend safety files. Yes, there's a free level. There's like 40 different blends that are available at the free level, including On Guard, including Thieves, and it breaks down the safety of those essential oil blends for you so that you know if they are safe for you. If you don't have young children, if you aren't pregnant, etc., then it's not going to matter. Some of them are going to be completely safe for you. However, if you are on blood thinners, there can be a lot of situations where those specific blends may not be safe for you, and you need to be aware of that. So I'm going to give you the link. Let me just turn this around to show you what this looks like. So inside the member area, you have breakdowns of the different essential oil blends, including a link either to their website or to where they sell it on Amazon, so that you can see the exact list of ingredients that I saw. I provide that list of ingredients. I tell you who it's safe for, if it's safe for pregnancy, etc. Any known issues with the single essential oils are going to be applicable for the blend. So reasons why you should avoid it, if it's a blood thinner, any drug interactions, etc., are all going to be listed there for you. And right now we have over 37 different brands and over 550 blends as of last Monday. Every week, every Monday, I add at least 10 more, and I will be doing that as soon as I get off live. I will be adding more. So we have, again, 37 brands. So if you are interested to know the safety of a brand, you can go in here, you can log in, and you can see all of that information. Now, as of right now, as far as I know, I have included all doTERRA blends, and I also have all plant therapy blends as far as I know. If there are any more that you see I do not have listed that need to be added, please let me know so I can add them. I'm also getting close on adding all of the Young Living blends. So if you are interested in adding, let me see, in suggesting either different blends or different brands for me to add next, I want to invite you to our EO Blends group, which specifically focuses on the different brands and blends that I will be adding next. So let me add that to the live, and you can have access to that, and you can put your vote in on the different brands and the blends. So you can have access to that there. Amanda's saying, this is my favorite feature. I like to see the blends and then think about how I'd revise them so that they do the same thing more safely. Absolutely, and you can absolutely do that. So I am going to get off, and I'm going to let you guys go ahead and dig around in those different resources. If you have any questions for me, feel absolutely free to ask your question here. And I will hopefully see your questions here in this Facebook group. Otherwise, post on the website. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.